I think it's quite significant because we look at the overall pool of U.S. listed China ADRs. There's just under 900 billion, and 2/3 are fairly chunky. And we have this continued debate as to the access of accounting records, audit records by the U.S. regulators. So at some point, if there's a way to move this capital on the margin to somewhere else, but with similar or better liquidity or similar liquidity, and so I think this is probably the beginning of that. And the shares in the U.S. and Hong Kong, they are fungible. Yeah, they're convertible. Now, if we get to an outcome of a joint audit at some point in time, maybe this is not as big of an issue, but I think for some of the larger caps, maybe structurally this is a alternative.
Sorry, just to go back, you said 2/3 are chunky.
Yeah,
they're large caps.
Yeah,
okay.
This is a very top-heavy. Yeah.
What are the benefits of having a dual listing?
I think one is the accounting issue. It doesn't continue to be an issue between the regulators and even, represented by some of the Congress bills and the Senate bills, because the disagreement on whether or not the U.S. regulators would have access to the audit records and accounting records. And I think they will have a local support, If we look at the peers valuation, it is a little bit higher than this IPO. So I think they will have the benefit of more local investors.
We had a guest on earlier who say, in China, obviously trying to close the technology gap, but in China he said something that there's only one Huawei which is really ahead of the pack. When it comes to smartphones, when it comes to 5G. But in the US, there are many, many Huaweis, all in Silicon Valley, all driving innovation. Do you think China will ever close the technology gap?
I'm not a technology specialist, but what I would say is that if we look at China, the pain points are how to manage and facilitate commerce, among 1.4 billion people. So the solution or the means technology it requires to do that will be 5G and blockchain. And so due to its own needs, it's going to push in that direction. And you see this willingness to back these technology more so than anywhere else. So we got to be more futuristic.